Welcome back, traders. Today we're going to be demonstrating peak formations. And I'm just going to get straight to the point here. What are peak formations? Peak formations are A tops, V bottoms, M's, W's, engulfments, pin hammers, head and shoulders formations. Pretty much anything that indicates that the market is going to continue in that direction or fail in reverse. So the basic formula is peak formation, consolidation. Which side are they working? Are they working up top for a move back down? Or are they working down low for a move back up? That could also be peak formation, consolidation, trend continuation for one full expansion of that range, maybe even two full expansions of that range. But the peak formation high, peak formation low, consolidation can be a rectangular opportunity that will culminate as either a failed breakout, a breakout pullback continuation, or a trading range reversal. This can also start our day count Monday to Wednesday, Wednesday to Friday templates. So just today we're going to go over the peak formation 3 sessions templates that have presented on our Monday, Free Cash Monday, and which ones you could have identified and maybe playbooking and studying so that you can hit this trade the next time it comes around. So Asia, peak formation low. London, peak formation high. The US works into the high for our move back down. But what's important about this trade setup is that we had a lower peak formation high on our Friday. Peak formation low before the day ended. They locked in this peak formation, Asian session. We are now working back into the peak formation high. They don't necessarily take out the high, but they work back into the high, trapping traders into the peak formation. Trapping traders up top for our move back down, minimum to where the pump began. The Asian session has given us a peak formation high. Do not counter trend the peak formation unless they put in a new peak formation opposing and jam into that peak formation for the move in the opposite direction. So far, day 2 typically expands the range. So we can see this market go on a full range expansion of our Monday high low, which ironically enough, the closing price is relatively around that 50% area, and continue down, possibly one full expansion of our Monday high low. So we're going to go on to a few other pairs, but this example here is a template to look for. Peak formation low, peak formation high. They work into the high. You may see a shortened M formation or a head and shoulders formation for our high of day reversal back to the low of the day. This is one scenario to look for. Going into the CAD yen, we had our trend trade on our Monday. Peak formation high in Asia. Peak formation low in London. Consolidation, which they broke structure on the inside. We have higher highs on the inside here, which pretty much indicates that London is our peak formation low. Higher highs on the inside is our dump and pump template, so they give us a higher high. New York open, dumps and pumps back to the high of the day, puts in a new peak formation. And just an example of, it doesn't always have to be Asia, London, New York. It can be London, New York, Asia. London, peak formation low. New York, peak formation high. They stop punt back in to the peak formation high prior to the the Asian session. First 15 minutes pulls back for the short trade back down, trapping higher level longs, taking out traders from the US session, and possibly targeting the peak formation low in the London session. So just to demonstrate, peak formation, consolidation, which side are they working? Going into the new day, did the US session put in a peak formation high or a peak formation low? That pretty much can give you a head start bias on what to expect the next day if the peaks are up, not counter trending those peak formations. But if they put in a new peak formation down low and jam into that peak formation, you may be seeing that market turn around and go in the other direction. Going into GU, we had a similar variation here on our Monday trend trade. They put in the peak formation low in the US session on our Friday. The US session also gave us a peak formation high. So peak formation high, peak formation low, consolidation, which side are they working? We have higher highs on the inside here, and they're putting in peak formation lows. Do not counter trend, higher high, peak formation low. This all coincides with the equity market open as well. The equity market takes traders down low, falls first 15 minutes, pumps, higher highs on the inside, taking out the US session peak formation. And coming into the US session, are the peaks up or down? The peak formations are down, and I am looking for that first hour to stop hunt into the peak formation. Now, they don't do that, but what do? They stop hunt in that second hour into the peak formation. The equity market open 45 minutes down into the peak formation. 30, 45 minutes, 3-bar reversal pattern on the 15-minute time frame for an entry to go long after market open outside to the high of the day. This is a 3-session setup. Session 1, New York. Session 2, Asia. Session 3, London. We're still inside. We have higher highs on the inside for our V bottom, dump and pump. It can be over 4 sessions, but this is a 3-session template. This is a 3-session setup. There's all different types of variations. Do your homework, do your back testing, study these variations. You can get peak formation high and low, New York, and the next day throughout Asia, London, and New York, as we see here, could either work the low for the move back up or work the high for the move back down. In this scenario, they were working the low. So this is a variation. I call this New York to New York, but there's our peak formation low, peak formation high, peak formation low, consolidation on the inside. We have 3 peaks to the downside. I'm looking for the peak formations during the session, timing window. So look for the peak formations during the 3-hour window. Are the peaks up? You're looking to short. Are the peaks down? You're looking to go long. Buy low, sell high. This is the Dow Jones. And just another example of New York, peak formation high and low. And throughout the Asia, London, New York 3-session templates, we have a peak formation high on the inside, which this typically does not matter until they go outside and trigger a higher and low. But peak formation high, peak formation low, consolidation, higher highs on the inside. We're working the high, we're working the breakout level, and we're working Thursday's closing price, drawn across. That is our box. Going, if you look to the right side here, the US session puts in a peak formation high. How do I know? Because they break structure. That is my peak formation high. They pull back and work into the high. 1 push, 2 push, 3 pushes. This is 3 peaks during the session. Or I move back down to the low of the day and expanding that range from the closing price. So understanding the peak formations unlocks everything. 3-day setups, 3 session setups. This is what we're talking about today during this video. 3 session templates. In later videos, we will go over 3-day templates. But if you have a process for 3 session setups and you are willing to sit on your hands and wait for those templates to present, Asia, London, New York is a easy money making template. Peak formation high, peak formation low. They work the high for our move back down, or they're working the low for the move back up. Everything is either a pump and dump or a dump and pump template, trend trade or reversal trade. And just to repeat what was mentioned earlier, peak formation high, peak formation low, consolidation that could accumulate for a parabolic move, whether that be 3 days, 3 sessions, or 3 hours. And that rectangle will either be a larger failed breakout, pullback continuation, or a trading range reversal, which can be driven by other time frame traders. High of week, low of week, high of day, low of day, high of session, low of session. So on to the next chart here. This is an example of not counter trending a day one runner. The US session gave us a peak formation high and low on our Friday. Going into our Monday, we have higher highs on the inside, which is our V bottom dump and pump template. Again, peak formation high and low US session. So they're working Asia, London for New York. And just to emphasize here, there may have been traders looking to short this, but it's Monday, day one. Monday, day one, opening range. And we are coming out of a peak formation high, peak formation low, consolidation, which did give us one full expansion of this range. Higher highs, dump and pump templates. Do not counter trend day one runners, but just an example of this same exact templates. You can get a peak formation high, peak formation low, consolidation for a continuation. This is a parabolic trend trade. So this could be something that you hunt for, this exact templates. So go on your charts, backtest, study, save these templates. Have at least 2 or 3 variations where you can refer to. Build a playbook. There's plenty of trade setups to pick from. In all reality, you need 1 or 2 to be really successful at this game. If anyone's telling you that trading is difficult, you need to look away and look towards the people that demonstrate that trading is easy. Look for the days and setups where it is easy to make easy money, adding size to that trade setup potentially, compounding your trading account exponentially for large gains. So thank you all for attending this video. I have my Discord link in the link below, in the description below. Please join. Lots of information, lots of fellow traders in the space, in the community, sharing information and valuable assets between each other, whether that be knowledge, live experience, or just the community in general to share and grow together. So thank you all, and I'll see you on the next video. May the markets be with you all.